Let's get into this 26-inch wig by Ali Annabelle. It is a 13 by 6 frontal and 250 density. I already bleached and plucked the knots. Here, I'm just using some Eben lace tint spray to darken up the lace. After I apply that, I just use my blow dryer on low-high heat and just cool that part down. Here is where I use a darker shade. I'm using a Juvia's Place bronzer, and that's where I'm going to apply on the perimeters of my wig to make sure it matches my skin. I'm setting it with any hairspray that you have, and I'm going to lock that spray in by blow drying it on the same temperature, low-high heat. Next thing is the wig caps. I just pick up some from the beauty supply store, and I use the same tint spray and just spray it around so it doesn't peek through. Don't forget to lay those edges back. You can use any spray or gel. Just make sure you blow dry it. That part, I use a skin protectant. I just picked up from my local beauty supply store. It helps my hair not sweat through my glue, and I think it makes my frontals last a little longer. Here's the part that I love. Officially, when you put it on, I'm checking to see my ear tabs because I love the baby hairs on my ears. And if you don't know what that is, let me add some pictures. Just clamp the part back so you can cut. You're just going to make some incisions in the back of the wig just so it can lay flat on your ear and not have that rippling effect that you've seen on some wigs. Once you cut those tabs, you just smooth the hair behind your ear so you can kind of see where everything lays. I make sure I do that on both sides. Everything is tucked and laid nicely. I'm super proud of myself. And now we're going to move on to my other part. Cut some of that extra lace off. I don't know why the wig companies are giving us this much lace, but girl, we don't need this much. Cut some of that off, but if you can work with it, you a pro. Here is what I like to mark. I just use a light makeup pencil so I can see exactly where my glue needs to be laid and not go no further. And I just do a few dots. It comes off easily, but if you do it the right way, you won't even see it when you apply the glue. Of course, you know we're using Bold Hold Active. I love the glue. I know I get mixed reviews, but I think it works for me for someone oily. Here, I break it down in sections. We're going to do the front part first, and I'm just going to apply some dots. Make sure you lay this as thin as possible. We're going to be doing 3 layers, so I always want to make sure I smooth it out so it can dry clear. That's the point. Let it dry clear. Here I'm going in on the other side. As I mentioned, I break my install up into 3 sections when applying glue. I do the top and I do both sides separately so each one can dry evenly and clear. Here I'm just applying it to the next side, smoothing it out. I applied 3 layers on my head, but my camera died, so you guys was only able to see 2. Here, I'm just repeating the process so you can see I waited till it dried clear and then I went back in with another layer. For my girlies that don't understand why you do 3 to 5 layers, that just helps your wig adhere a lot better. I was able to wear this wig for my full weekend trip to Colorado. We went skiing, we were in a hot tub, and when I tell you my wig did not come off at all. Here, I'm just applying the lace, making sure that the dots that we did put are aligning. And if you notice, I am pressing in with my finger with the lace. That's totally fine. I just want to make sure my lace placement is correct and that it's adhering to all those layers of glue. Making sure you use a comb to finely press that hair in. So it's kind of like you're combing all the hair back, straight to the back. But I'm applying a little bit of force with that comb to melt that install in. And here is where I apply my band. A tip, put that band on tight so that lace can melt. And I just usually sit with it for about 30 to 45 minutes. I come back, it was maybe like 30, 45 minutes because I cleaned up. And this is what it's looking like. And I go and follow the same way I glued down. I cut in sections so I can separate the top from the 2 sides. Next, I'm just going to go in with an eyebrow razor and trim off that lace very lightly. I like it to look rugged because I feel like once your lace looks really rugged and you glue it down, it makes it has a more natural look. So just focus on what I'm doing here. I zoomed in so you guys can see I'm kind of just tapping with the razor and pulling a little bit so it can get that more natural look to it. And it's okay if you cut off some lace or some hair just because, you know, installs need to look as natural as possible. We don't need to be having all that bulky hair at the front anyway. So just pay attention to what I'm doing around my ear tabs. When it comes to my ear tabs, I do like to cut off a lot more lace than I usually would, just because I'm going to be doing really thick baby hair. So I still wanted to kind of look as natural as possible. Don't worry, your ear tabs always lift up, so you can just kind of melt that back into the glue. Or for like this side, I just had to reapply some glue and press that down in there. Once you press it in there, we're going to be using the Eben lace spray, and I apply it on my fingers and just press it into the areas that may be lifting. I then go in and dry that spray with my blow dryer because it helps it not look sticky when it's time for me to put my band on. And now we are doing the second round of band, and I was actually packing, so I just put this on and, just walked away and did what I had to do for about a good 20-30 more minutes. We are back. That band is off, and now we can work on that tinting of the lace a little bit more. I'm using the Eben Lace Tint Mousse in medium dark. I apply with the brush. Do not apply this directly on your head, just for the simple fact that you need to be able to work this in precisely, because you can ruin your install with the mousse. Next, I'm going in with the Ruby Kiss palette just to top everything off. I feel like this gives me a more skin-like feel with the tint underneath, and just use any flat brush. Next, you see I go in with the spritz on my finger. I use my finger a lot with my installs. It just helps a lot more. We're going to press all that in, especially with that mousse and that cream. We want this install to look as nice as possible. Blow dry that again, just a quick second, and then you're going to be putting your band right on top. This is going to be our third round of a band. All right, this is what we're looking like. I do have some makeup that I need to remove, but that's okay. Next, we are pulling out the baby hairs, and it's okay if it feels a little crunchy. It's because you had to make sure we laid that lace, or else we don't need that lace flopping in the wind. I'm just going to mold where I want my baby hairs to be and kind of just loosen it up so it can be a lot more manageable. I do baby hairs on both sides, no matter the style. And you see, I'm just pulling out my ear tabs, but if you notice, my lace is not lifting at all. So since this is going to be the side where I have more detail, I'm just dividing the hair and I'm combing it front so it can be a lot looser and easy for me to manage. Here you see I'm just laying and mapping out how I want my hair to go back, as well as where I want my ear baby hairs to come from. I love doing this, but if you guys see, look at how the lace is melted. I go in with my hot comb next. I personally love the hot comb because you're allowed to press exactly where you want those baby hairs to go. The purpose of the hot comb is to actually comb in and use the back part of it to press it out. Here, I'm just smoothing out my baby hairs, and I'm going in with another pass of the hot comb. If you see, I kind of rotate my hand just so the hot comb base can smooth my baby hairs down completely. That just makes it a little easier for you when it comes to maneuvering the hairstyle. I go in and just hot comb the top just because I want it to be as flat as possible. Flat installs are the way to go. We're not doing bulky installs. So now I'm just going to spray the spritz on my hair. One more round of spritz because I feel like it just gives a better hold. And that spritz was $2 at my local beauty supply store. And now we're just going to be blow drying that before we put our band on again. Now, I always complain about a band. We're going to be going and putting the band on again. Here, I'm just using some cheese spray and kind of just blow drying my hair since it was a little damp when applying it. But girl, I had to rush because I was leaving for a trip in the next 12 hours, so I had to get gone. All right, so we are removing the band. We are admiring our work. And when I tell you, listen, look at the look on my face, just satisfied. Oh, The pool test? Okay, girl. That wig it's giving skin. It's giving mine. It's giving natural. I love it. I curl my hair first before cutting, then I go in with that razor and cut it again. I just feel like curling it before it's cut allows you to play with the lint a little bit more. I do like my baby hair is a lot thinner, so just go back in and pluck. This is just a personal preference for me, but I don't take too much hair out, just enough so it lays a lot better. And then I'm going to actually let you guys watch. I do this on each side, so take a look.
Niggas want me to get ratchet. Niggas want me to attack it. Put the hood on, all they calling me Cassius. Aren't you like Bob Saget? Greedy, I can't pass it.
Here, I just apply a little bit of mousse to kind of determine how the swoops are going to look because I love a swoop hairstyle. I actually cut some lint off. I always say cut longer rather than shorter because you can always go back. Now, when it comes to this side baby hair, I divided it in parts because I feel like it was a little thick, and I just went in and did some more plucking as much as I could. Be careful that you don't pluck a bald spot. Personally, I feel like thinning out the baby hairs allows you to have a more natural look. So I'm going to let you guys enjoy the rest of this part.
Eating everything, nigga, no fasting. I don't care what you knew me in the past tense. I ain't no Julia Styles, this ain't no last dance. Way past it. Wait. Fucking on my ex cause he validate me. Fucking up a check, I don't want no receipt. Mind get possessed, let my spirit speak freely. Hey, my past can't escape me. My pussy precedes me. My how the time change. I'm still playing the victim and you still playing the picky. It's so embarrassing. All of the things I need.
I just go in with the mousse. Any mousse that you have that's more of a water base and allows it to mold exactly how I want my baby hair to be. So I'll just let you guys take a look at the process on me laying and customizing my baby hairs on this unit.
Inside of me, I can't see it. It's so embarrassing. All of the love I see living inside of me. I can't see, I'm blind. You ain't getting your bitch back. Calm down, shit could be worse, never say that. I don't want pipe down, rather get paid back. Mama told me never shit where you lay at. I don't want righteousness, I hurt too much, I lost too much, I lost too much. I hit my clutch and boom, third day pop out the tomb. I like when you put your
We are just going to apply the paper band to kind of melt everything in and get everything settled in place. And this was the final result. I love this install. It lasted me so long. And listen to what my good sis had to say. She knows what she's talking about. Let me know in the comments what you think about this video and if I should do more. Bye. Even when I'm sitting there